So, viewers, we have with us the President of the Confederation of Indian Industry, Mr. Ajay Shriram, with us. Hello, sir. This is the pre-budget consultations, pretty much crucial indeed from the industrial point of view as well. Now, regarding the fiscal consolidation point of view, it appears that you have made certain crucial recommendations regarding maybe disinvestment or the stakeholders of the public sector banks and of the government.
We have. We do feel that fiscal consolidation is important from a stability point of view and for the future direction of the economy. So we suggested that please look at disinvestment more aggressively. We suggested a target of 60,000 crores in the coming year. And we think that can help the government in terms of getting liquidity to manage their own expenses. We also suggested various other areas of actually improving savings, of improving investment opportunities, etc. But I think across the board, economic boost has to take place, and that's under 4-5 heads. It's happened under manufacturing, it has to happen, ease of doing business, consumption side. Agriculture is a very important point for the country because large part of our population lives there. So we made suggestions there too. So I think we made a wide-ranging set of suggestions to the government.
And then coming back to this, the government's taken these public sector banks, 51%. How effective do you think will it play a role in, currently we know that banks are facing certain problems like NPS as well. How effective would that recommendation be?
We made a recommendation to the government for consideration that can you look at setting up a national asset management company where all the bad debts on the infrastructure side are put into this company and they tackle the bad debts and look at how to actually recover the funds and get that sorted out like they have for asset reconstruction also. Similar way. And then the bank's balance sheets will be better. They will have a healthier balance sheet by which their lending capabilities go up, which can give a boost to the economy.
So, and then coming back to the investment point of view, that is one thing which is a key factor for the economic growth as well. But however, for some time we have been witnessing that investments actually have gone down for various reasons because of the poor business environment also. In such a scenario, what exactly are the recommendations you've made? So because there are various issues related to transparent tax regime, GAR issue is there, retrospective tax issue is there, and also the real estate infrastructure trust.
Correct.
It has to take off.
Correct. We suggested all these. Okay. We said please push back GAR by 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, because that will be actually desirable to give more confidence to the investors in India today. We even suggested how to get more funding for investments. We said today India is a country which loves gold.
Yes.
And today gold is held in the form of the metal. Can the government look at having some financial instruments which are a substitute for holding the metal? So that the funds come into the government which can be invested then for growth again. Consumption has to go up because that's again one place by which the demand goes up. So we suggested again that if the government can look at giving a tax break for investments by individuals in investment financial instruments or in infrastructure financial instruments, that will help in terms of raising funds. And if you get a tax break, people will put money into that. So that's another source of funding available. We made various suggestions of this nature, which we hope they will consider.
And then finally, so coming back to the manufacturing growth, boosting the manufacturing growth as well, with terms with Make in India, there is some critical analysis which people say that but the government is not in a position actually so far. It couldn't actually achieve the desirable goals so far. I mean, it's a very short period to analyze this even. But what would be your recommendations for that, sir?
I think we have to realize that the government in Delhi makes policies for manufacturing, but the actual investment happens in the states.
Absolutely.
So I think states have to make the change. As the Prime Minister has mentioned and the Finance Minister has mentioned, they are wanting to work and get the states more activated. Some have taken the initiative.
Yes.
Some are moving faster, which we fully appreciate. I think they will attract investment faster. Like the change which has happened in the Land Acquisition Act. The Finance Minister made a statement last night on TV that those states who want to adopt it, please do. Those who don't want to adopt it, please don't. So then it's up to the state to decide. So I think the centre can make only a certain amount of rules and policies, but the states have to implement and become more attractive destinations. And I think that's where the push is also happening. Many states are doing that, which we appreciate.
And finally, sir, what different budget, how different would you think this budget is going to be? Because Finance Minister hinted that second generation reforms are underway.
I think, it's good to see the changes and the reforms the government has been implementing over the last 7 months. I think good thing is again that budget is not something which is just a one-day exercise for the year. And the government has made it amply clear that every day is a sort of a change day. where they're looking at bringing about change. So we are keen that they let's lay clear policy directions. One important area we hope, where we suggested again, if you can give some milestones with dates, is implementation of GST, because government has said by 1st April 16 we want that in place. So we said if you can put up a roadmap with dates so that is implemented on 1st April 2016, we'd appreciate that. We suggested industry should be involved also in determining what the R&R should be, what is the paperwork to be done, because industry has to do a lot of work also to implement GST. So that's an area where we hope some roadmap comes about, plus infrastructure, plus consumption. I think there's so many areas which need to be addressed, but the good thing is they keep doing something all the time. So I think that's a positive sign.
Right. So thank you very much. So the viewers, that is the President of Confederation of Indian Industry, Mr. Ajay Shriram, who made certain recommendations during the pre-budget consultations to the Finance Minister from the industry point of view. And then he says budget is not an event or a one-day process. It is a complete process which goes on the year long. So he also, from the industry point of view, they're expecting an efficient budget as well this time. So with camera person Jekpal, there is Venkat, Raman reporting from DD News for New Delhi.